I'm going to give a few different answers to that question. I would say one is start simple. It might not actually be simple, but I would say self-confidence comes from self-love. Learning how to love yourself is probably an extremely important thing to do in order to develop your self-confidence. So what that looks like, I would say for me, and for a lot of people that I know, is just taking care of yourself, which I would say includes exercise, eating healthy, getting sleep, and liking who it is that you see when you look in the mirror. Now, another part of self-confidence is if you don't feel like you have self-love and you don't feel like you're somebody that loves yourself or deserves to be successful, then that's something to look at also. Figure out what it is that is blocking you from being able to take care of yourself and treat yourself like somebody who is worth taking care of. Finally, there's a trick you can use to start yourself off with self-confidence. And there's two ways you can do it. One is you can go back to a time in your life where you had self-confidence, whether it was in a sport or in school, whatever it was that you felt like I had really good self-confidence then. Close your eyes, go back to that time and try to remember, what was I thinking at that time? What was I feeling? What was I hearing from other people? What was I hearing from myself? What was I telling myself at that time? What was really going on that allowed me to have self-confidence? And then if you don't have an example in the past where you've had self-confidence, then there's a technique that you can use called modeling, where you look at someone else who has self-confidence and you ask yourself, what must they believe about themselves or about life or about people that allows them to have that self-confidence? And then we do something called a map across, and you just take those ideas and those beliefs and try to embody them or integrate them yourself. And at first, it may feel like you're deluding yourself, which is okay. If it gets you to do the thing that you're afraid to do, as long as you have a growth mindset, which says that I'm going to try this thing that's scary, and even if I don't do well, I'm going to learn from it and I'm going to get better results next time, instead of just saying, I'm going to do this thing that scares me, and if it doesn't go well, I'm a failure. So knowing that there is such a thing as having a growth mindset where you can develop all of your skills, your abilities, you can develop your people skills, you can develop your financial skills, you can develop your personality to be a more successful and a more self-confident person, even if you don't feel like it. Having experiences that go well really does help with self-confidence, but they might not go well at first, but you just keep going and eventually they will.